Matt Lieto here, coming at you from Kailua, Kona, the site of the 2025 Women's IRONMAN World Championship. Here for the IRONMAN Insider podcast presented by Morton, and we're lucky enough to be able to sit down with a lot of our pre-race favorites this week as they head in to race day, as they do some media obligations and that, and kind of a little behind the scenes podcast style for these next 3 or 4 episodes. And pretty excited about our first guest, and that's going to be Taylor Knibb. Have a little chat to see what one of the pre-race favorites is thinking about and how she's feeling going into Kona. I'm really excited for our first guest on the podcast, and it's
Who
Taylor
is it?
Knibb. It's you.
Oh.
Look at that. Are you excited?
Well, I just learned that I was doing this.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's always a surprise race week in Kona.
Guess so.
How is it being back in Kona for your second time at the World Champs?
Well, this is only my second time in Kona since I've been here. I've been in my little oasis away from everything, which is nice. I guess it's the same.
Is it exciting? Do you have good vibes, good energy? You feel it coming?
Well, yeah, I just spent a week with Julie Dibbins, so very good vibes and energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where are you staying? How far, I don't need your address, but like, you have down in Waikoloa zone, or where are you?
Yes, out there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I think there's like 2 different mindsets. Some people love to be like here on Elite E-Drive because it's like be a part of everything. But I kind of am like you. It's like a different world out there. It's nice and quiet.
Yeah, well, and I like the quiet. I'll stay in the King K starting Wednesday,
Okay.
Just because then you kind of have to be here. But it's kind of just like reducing stress, reducing energy. I'm a person who I think I'd like to think I bring the energy, so I don't really need any more. That would just like tip me over the edge. And then it's draining. So we'll manage it.
You've got to like temper the energy a little bit.
Yeah, I have my books. I have my quiet time, air conditioning, all good.
There you go. What can I ask what you're reading right now?
Well, I just read Kira Jamato's book, Don't Call It a Comeback. And then I brought 7 other books, so judge. Because I was like, depending...
7?
Yes. Well, yeah.
I don't think I've read 7 books, which wouldn't be surprising.
In your life?
Yeah. But that's a joke. But no.
But I read more than one book at once, and it's kind of like what I feel like. I read fiction, nonfiction at all times. And so then one before bed, one during the day. So it's just learning and distracting.
Awesome. And do you have do you change what books you're reading leading into different races at all? Or is that totally separate, just normal existence?
No, just kind of so my book right now is actually Mastery, which I'm really enjoying. That's my nonfiction book. And then my fiction book is some story on Ibiza. So it's very just pull you out to another universe.
There you go. Awesome. So if people see you nose deep in a book, leave you alone. This is your time.
Well, I just like to be left alone, period.
I'm getting that vibe. I love it. You do and you don't. I know. I like it. You have your parents out here with you? Is your mom out here? Sweet. She's not racing this time, is she? She is.
Yeah, my mom's staying in town. She's staying separate, and then my dad's here with me. So, yes.
Awesome. I'm personally excited to see your mom. She has great energy as well.
Well, she was just here. She walked me down here.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I'll see her after, maybe.
So she brought me my race kits because I kind of forgot I was leaving Boulder. I've been home a lot this year.
Yeah.
And so I had probably 7 packages arrive after I left, and we live in the same building. Full judgment. She's like, you have 3 packages at your door. I'm like, oh, and there are 2 more coming, and then there are another 2. So anyway, yes, thank God she was home, and she came a little bit later than me to save me from my disorganization.
It's always good to have some mom help around, right? And am I wrong? I thought that was going to be 2 years ago was her last Kona.
That's what she declared. Do you remember how we were saying every time? It was it's not going to be, and it wasn't. It is what it is. So.
That's great. I'm excited for it.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. That's awesome. Are you excited to come back and race in Kona again? Because I know it was very important for you to be here 2 years ago and race with your mom. Do you have a similar excitement for different reasons, or what are you feeling?
Well, so honestly, part of the reason why I really wanted to race in 2023 was I was worried that there was a chance that 2025 would be the last time that the women got to race in Kona, period.
Sure.
So when Ironman announced that the women would be back here in 2026, I mean, that takes a little bit of stress off in some ways, and hopefully towards the future. So it's less pressure in that sense, because it's hopefully will be coming here for another 10 to 15 years. And
Yeah.
so you'll get to see me for another 10 to 15 years. But yes, so
I mean, I'm
yeah,
excited
just kind of
about
the start.
that. Yeah. So I loved the way you raced 2 years ago. I mean, I like the way you race all the time, but you seemed to like you were having more fun than anybody else out there. Like,
Well, for the first probably 7.5 hours.
that's accurate.
Yeah, and
That's accurate.
I was talking to Bob earlier this week, and I was like, yeah, like in terms of, I had the most fun I probably for 7.5 hours, and then it got really hard, but then it was not done. So
You had an hour, like from Energy Lab back, it got hard. A little before that.
yeah, maybe a little before that. I remember Patrick yelling at me. He was like, going into the Energy Lab, he's like, "You're really gonna have to focus this next, I think 8K," and I'm like, "You focus." Sorry.
Don't tell me to focus.
Like, yeah, I don't think that's happening. Like, so
You don't get to tell me what to do right now.
we can, yes, of course, but like, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. So
That's funny. But yeah, it seemed like out on the moto, I feel like every time I went by, you wanted to like talk, and I was like, keep your head forward, like aerodynamics. I could hear like Mark Andrews being like, keep your head down, you know.
well, yeah, I mean, I need a haircut. You know, Mark's the only one who comments about my hair. He's like, "What are you gonna do about that?" Like,
It tucks back into the aero helmet, right? Kind of.
well, just watch what helmet I'm wearing.
I'm excited to see it. Do you, on that, like, I know that experience, as you said, was, you thought maybe you weren't going to be able to race here again after 2025, and you wanted to have that experience with your mom, so you had all that fun. Should we expect you still to be having a bunch of fun out there on Saturday? Is there going to be a little bit more
Well, I
focus?
hope so, because I think
Good.
for me, that's like a crucial piece. I think joy is really important to get the best out of myself. And so, yeah, I think there was a lot I did well that day amidst the kind of chaos. Because I lost 3 out of my 5 bottles. I only got 1 penalty though, so thank you. So I got a penalty. Yeah, like it was just kind of like, it was an adventure of a day.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, I'm being genuine and thinking, like, I feel like the reason you had as good of a race as you did with all that adversity was because you were like, you were smiling at me. You were like, I got a penalty. Like, oh, cool. I didn't think she'd take it that well, but I'm excited about it.
Well, I think also I was just in my own world, and it was just like, so I was so in control, and it was just kind of like, my mindset going into that race was race the best you can, see how the cards fall, but it wasn't like focus on plays, focus on position. It was just like my race and my day, which I think really helps.
Totally. And so are there lessons learned from that you're bringing forward this year that you want to share with us?
Well, now we do have to realize that there was a lot of naivety that I think was very helpful because like 2 years ago in this position, like I didn't know it was coming those last 10K. And I don't think you can know until you experience it. And I think the biggest like lesson was with, I had 3K to go and I was like, what's the split to Daniela? And it was like 6 minutes. And so I'm like, okay, let's say she's running 4:15 per K, like 3-hour marathon. Because she hadn't made too much inroads on me. Yeah. Like, okay, that means I have to do 6:15 per K. Is that possible? Like, that was like the moment of like, holy smokes. Like, that's when you're in it. Yeah, and I like hobbled down Polani and hobbled across the finish line. So
when it's like an actual question you're asking yourself as an elite athlete, like, can I hold 6 minute per K pace? Like, you know, it's pretty real. Right.
Well, yeah, but I don't think you get to that position until you're in that position. So I had no idea. So also like ignorance is bliss. Now I've been not jaded. Well, that's a strong word by Ironman. But Texas really made me rethink my life decisions mid-race and post-race. And so, yeah, I think there's like a more healthy dose of fear and respect now, but also I know I'm a different person and a different athlete, and I have a coach now, and hopefully I'm a lot more prepared.
Yeah. I mean, I think the fear and respect, that's a great way to put it. Like, Kona, you need that for this race.
Well, yeah, because, like, name an athlete who hasn't been humbled on this island.
I can't.
Because even in the one person who never lost a race she started, Christy Wellington, she couldn't start in 2010. So, like, even that degree, like...
Yeah.
It's
something. And obviously, like, going into the race, with, every world championship is like the best field ever, right? Like that's just how it is. But I feel like this year or at least that's what the media always says. This year it feels like there's a lot of depth and a lot of different women that can win this race and have different skills at different kind of portions of the race. Are you still able to have that mindset you did 2 years ago and like have your own experience while trying to beat the caliber of athletes that are out here?
Well, so my goal is very much to just have the best race possible. I'm still very new to the distance. This will just be my third Ironman ever. I don't know what I don't know. Like there's still a lot that I'm learning. And I have like a really deep respect for, like, there are a lot of very good female Ironman racers and they know how to like execute the distance really well, and not just on their good days but on an average day. And I think that's almost the scarier person who, like, because there's those people who, like, when they're on their day they're insane, but then like when you regress to the mean and you know what their mean is, that's like even more respect. But that's kind of the cool part, because it's like get to race with them. Hopefully I'll be around and just kind of see.
Yeah, and I think you're right. That's a great point, actually. When I visualize the field and who I'm thinking of as kind of the athletes to pick, you're right. They're not like one-day racers. They're good on the big day, but then they're good most of the other days too.
Which means that you, like, if you have someone, like, I don't think Laura Phillips lost a race this year so far, and that's kind of like sliding under the radar. And so it's like, okay, you know that they weren't like all of her like amazing days. And if you can still win when you're not like firing, like if you're at 90% or 95%, then also like a little bit more relaxed from them, because like they don't have to nail it. They just have to be very good.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a great Ironman athlete, right?
Well, I don't know.
You're
asking me like, no, I know these answers.
You know everything. It feels like from the outside looking in that this is it would seem like it's your best or most focused prep going into an Ironman. Could I say that that's accurate?
Well, yes, given that the first Ironman prep was kind of non-existent, and then the second Ironman prep, I said this on a podcast earlier this week, like in February and March I was going through a phase where like a lot of sessions I was crying. Not like just like once or twice. Like there was a run where like I got back and I was like, yeah, Dan, I think I cried 7 times on that run. He's like, what? Yeah, so it was just like don't worry, I wasn't sad. I think I was just like really stressed and exhausted. Yeah, don't know. But so like, yeah, we needed to get healthy, and so I was very undercooked, but also the aim was the end of the season, and last year was big year for me. So yeah. I think I like recovering off of that and building into the year. My body's just taking a long time to like kind of come around and click. But who knows? Maybe it won't the whole year. Maybe it will.
But it's feeling good now?
Well, knock on wood.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just here to ask the questions. And I do want to know if you're crying, like, was it like Lionel Sanders crying? Did you ever see the video of him on the trainer, like crying because he was hurting himself so bad? You need to go watch it if you haven't.
No, I haven't seen that video. No, but it was like I was like doing a run warm up, and it was like I cried 3 times during that, like 10 minutes just easy jogging. Yeah, so there was a lot of like stress and just like, so.
I feel like we should train together. I'm pretty emotional as well. We could just like go on a jog and cry it out.
Well, no, actually, so Lawrence, he was like after London, like the Kona prep started, and he's like, okay, 2 rules, Taylor. No grumpiness and no crying, because like I just can't go there, because like I can get myself quite tired. I can work hard, which is a blessing and a curse. Like strengths and weaknesses all meshed into one. So yeah, it's been a lot better.
I like it.
Because then I'm like chatty and happy. It's good. And then when I'm like quiet, grumpy, female dog-esque, we'll just like cut.
It's awesome. Well, I'm not vibing that from you right now, so I think that's a pretty good sign for Saturday.
Well, yeah, I think I succeeded in the build so far. Yeah. I mean, we still have like 6 days to mess it up.
Yeah, but you should be coming down. Like you should be coming down from the stressors that would pull you out of this mood, right?
Well, not as people.
Maybe not. There's too many people. If you see Taylor, leave her alone. That's what we're gonna glean from this. Okay, race day. Last time you were here, you lined up. Not real close to Lucy. You kind of lost some time to Lucy, maybe.
Is that an understatement? Lucy was probably at the far left-hand side buoy, and I lined up all the way near the pier on the right side because, again, I wasn't going to get pulled by my process. Julie says this time I can maybe go 40 meters over, but here's the thing, so one of my friends, she did Kona, but she did Kona when it was mass start.
Yeah.
She's like, Taylor, you got to be careful that you don't lose your goggles. You should wear a face mask. Monica, thank you. No, I can you imagine if I walked down to the pier with a snorkel mask? No snorkel, those are illegal.
Yeah.
But snorkel mask, just so I didn't lose it.
I kind of think it would work. I kind of think you could pull it off. I'm being honest. No?
I don't think Roku would like that. They don't have one yet. But yeah, so I don't really, it's some women like to fight, and I know there's a lot of energy, so I just, if I don't have to swim next to someone, I don't really feel like swimming next to someone for 2.4 miles. But you know what? Maybe it'll happen now that I've said that. Maybe it won't. But I know some of my competitors like to swim next to people if there's 3 people in a race.
But if you're, that's true. I'm with you. I'm not one of those people. That being said, so if you see Lucy line up on left, you're like, no, I'm going to go where it feels comfortable with me. You're not looking to try to get on Lucy's feet right away.
No, but I think I need to line up more towards the field.
Yeah. Because
then there's always the creepers. Not creepy people, but the people who start to inch forward.
Yeah, I got it. I never know what's coming from you. I never know. Watch out for the creepers on race day. Taylor's biggest concern in the swim start is the creepers.
Sorry. No, but you know what happens. They start to inch forward, and you're just okay, Holly, let's stay back.
Calling out the creepers. Wow.
No,
we don't know which Holly it is. We don't know which Holly it is.
No, Julie has a philosophy, though. Yeah, I'm a little wild this week, so you got full unfiltered.
No, this is good. Let's get going. So, okay, you like doing your own thing on the swim. Obviously, you want to be closer to the field if possible.
But also not over swimming, because it's a very long day. And even if you lose a minute or two, think about how much that can just go away in this if you're running 6:15 per K on the Queen K. That's
you got to get that 6:15 per K out of your head. That doesn't exist anymore. No, you're right. I think when they say you can't win the race in the swim, but you can lose it type of thing. I mean, you can't lose it in the swim really, but.
Well, I think people forget. I think now there's and I might be wrong about this, but there's a ton of anxiety about making the packs and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's it's a really long race. So, I mean, yeah.
There you go. It is. The longest part of the race is actually the bike ride. I don't know if you knew this or not.
Distance and duration.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And a ratio of, each sport. So I know that's a strength of yours.
Well, it has some of my strengths, but also some of my weaknesses.
Tell me about the weaknesses.
Oh, well, bike handling. I mean, did you watch Paris last year?
I did. I didn't, I'm glad you brought it up, but we don't need to talk. But there's 2 turns here?
Yeah, but
2
people
U-turns,
still
a couple
crashed
corners?
here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's I don't think we need to worry about that.
Well, hopefully not.
Your strengths are just being really good at riding bikes, right? Would you say?
Well, I don't know if that's a statement or a fact. I love riding my bike.
There you go. So you love riding your bike. When you get out on the course against these women, I know you're focusing on your own race, but did you learn anything from 2 years ago about where effort is best spent? Do you want to get out early and get as much gap on the other women as possible, or what's your vibe on the bike?
Well, so do you know in 2018 when Daniela set the course record? Do you know a fun fact about that course record?
I do, but I want to know which one you have.
So, coming back from Hawi, she had the 3rd fastest time of the day.
To Joe Skipper and Matt Russell or something.
Yeah, but all the men too.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, those are the only 2 that were faster than her.
Yeah, so it's okay, in terms of there's a lot to play for. And your brother taught me that the 2 hottest places on the course, which, it was very actually true because I was watching my core temperature. So number 1 is Kauai High Harbor, that climb.
Yep.
And then number 2 is from the helicopter pad to Scenic Point. And like the second I crested Scenic Point, my core temperature was hovering about 102.9. Like, take it with a grain of salt. And then I crested and it was like 102.8, 102.7. And so like he was exactly right.
That's hot.
Well,
That's
so core, we have some work to do because my core temperature is 97.4 and it calibrates to 98.6. So don't worry. It's just like, I say take it with a grain of salt.
Gotcha.
They don't work on that, but
yeah,
we're working on it. But anyway, but like just also being smart in those points, but also having, it's 112 miles. And if the course record was set the way it was, you have to learn something from that. Now, that's not the only way it can be done, but like there's exponentially more, like you saw in New Zealand last year. I think I had 90 seconds going at 40 miles. Yeah. And then I probably had 4 minutes and 50 seconds coming off the bike. I mean, there are exponential gains to be had longer you are into it. Run.
Yeah, everybody's fit, tapered. Anybody can go hard for 2 hours, right? It's being able to do it on the back end. And, I think that Daniela stat is important. I think she also got stung by jellyfish that year, so maybe that's, you don't want that part of it. But if my brother told you that info, also,
but you know what was so funny?
Yeah.
Because she told everyone that when she set the course record and she got stung by a jellyfish, all the men last year who got stung by a jellyfish, every single man in the field, were like, "Oh, I just thought it was such good luck," because she had told that story.
Totally.
Sorry, I love the reframing that everyone has.
Yeah, I like it. You got to search for the positivity in things. Yeah. But no, I think that's a good call. And if you talk to my brother, which it sounds like you did, the year he was second, he got 12 minutes on the group from Hawi back.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Crazy, right? So there is the ability to do that. So are you saying your
effort should be really easy for 2.5, 3 hours? Just when it's blasted it.
Totally. So are you saying you're going to attack on the way back from Hawi?
I don't know. I haven't talked to my coach yet. I haven't formed a plan.
We can come up with a plan right now if you want.
Doesn't mean I'll follow it or stick to it. I stick to Dan's plans.
This is true.
And that normally works out well.
I think that's fair. I love it. So you've learned the pacing, the tactics on the bike, and I think that's...
Well, I don't know. You might be seeing me at mile 60 of the bike and be like, whew, Taylor, you didn't do this well.
Yeah, you learned it. It doesn't mean you're going to do anything with that knowledge, right? But on the run, we know that you also experienced that last 8K at 6.5K pace. Is that a...
Well, no, I don't know what the last thing was. I think I was 128 or 129 through the half, and then I ran 305 marathon, so it was
It's actually not that bad of a... it feels like it, but that's not that bad.
It's not as awful as it could have been.
Yeah.
There are explosions that are a lot worse.
So mentally, does that mean you're going to be trying to jog down Elite E Drive? You're really trying to have, you were talking about on the bike, having lower effort early so you can have that positive effort late?
Again, I haven't talked about the plan, but I think, so I've heard about Elite E Drive is it can be really tough to it can be easy to overrun it.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons, but one being you just got off the bike where you're going pretty fast, and so any run pace will feel very slow. And remember, you've been going that pace for 4+ hours.
Yeah.
So, but then also there's just the crowd, and also it's the first 10K of an Ironman run. So then it doesn't get real yet. If it's gotten real on a Leahy Drive, you're going the first part. It's kind of be a long day. But...
It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. And you're right, it is hard because there's so many people on that section. And in some way, it feels like the hilliest part of the course. I know there's maybe some hills out on Queen K that feel challenging as well, but
What about Palani? Yeah. Or the other side of Palani that is actually, I think, the same exact gradient and elevation gain.
Yeah.
Just
It's hard. It's hard for sure. There's a lot. I guess my point on Elite is a lot of people think it's flat. because there's crowds and it's like exciting. It's
So do you know how much climbing and just like, do you know how much elevation gain is in the course?
I'm going to say I do, but I want you to tell me.
1,009 feet.
That's a lot.
I think that's 307 meters.
That's a lot.
If you had a marathon, okay. So do you know how the people, do you know how for like the Olympic trials, there was the marathon in Orlando? And I think there was going to be like a noon or 10 a.m. start time. I don't know what it was, but like the runners were freaking out. And it's like, well, how about we have a 12 p.m. start time for, like, imagine if you had a world major marathon, 12 p.m. start time in Kona on a course with 1,009 feet of climbing. No one would want to run it.
And they might not let you run it. Right? Like, that's a good point. That's a good point. But somehow everybody wants to come here and run it because it is Kona and it is what it is. And it is special. Right?
It is.
You excited to get out there on Saturday?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But I think like one of the cool parts about it was like one of the many cool parts. Like yesterday was like windy, but like you realize that every single person who's done it has like dealt with it and experienced it. So I'm kind of like, okay, Taylor, like you gotta toughen up a little bit. Stop feeling sorry for yourself out here. Like everyone's done it. Like deal with it.
Yeah, I mean Kona is definitely one of those spots where, you know, you could use the quote, like if it's hurting you, it's killing them type of thing, right? And maybe they're not always hurting more because the field is so great here, but everybody is hurting. Like Kauai, everybody feels hot on that section of the course, right? It's brutal. So I know you're focused on your own race, but you got some pretty good competitors. What do you think it's going to take to best like a Kat or a Laura on the day, as well as obviously a lot of others?
Well, so I think that there are two sides to it probably. And it's like, because I did a hot race last fall, and I think I just got pretty lucky because one of my main competitors like blew themselves up. So it's like, okay, like that's part of it in terms of like, you can't control what they do.
Sure.
So like, will they blow themselves up trying to attack each other? Like that's the kind of the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, because I don't know kind of what shape anyone's in, how they'll be. Like we still have 6 days, and I just hope that everyone stays healthy and safe. And because like Julie told me about, she got hit by a car the day before the race in 2011, and the scary part is that she said she went to the hospital and they said there'll be at least 5 or 10 more of you, meaning that every year 5 to 10 people get hit by a car the day before the race, and that's not race week even. And so it's just like, I just hope everyone's like safe and fit and healthy and good on the start line.
That's awesome. Love that.
And mechanical luck to everyone as well, because that's what you want. Like at the World Championship, you want to see how good everyone can be, and then just like see how it falls.
That's awesome.
Like, you want everyone at their best.
That's great. Well, I feel like you're at your best, and I'm excited to watch you race on Saturday.
Well, we'll see. Maybe I'm at my best so far, but hopefully, like in 10 years, there's been better.
Yeah, I think that trajectory seems accurate. I think you're good. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in and chatting with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, our next guest is none other than Lisa Perterer, and an athlete I've been able to call a couple of big races for you this year, having a great season. How's it being in Kona for your first World Championship?
Yeah, it's really exciting to be here. Like, it's in general my first IRONMAN World Championship, so I didn't even race 17.3 World Championship, so it's very exciting. And I mean, last year I raced my first Ironman, and I think my goal is I really want to be here this year, and I made the qualification in my first Ironman in Cozumel, so I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, and you've backed that up with some good Ironman results since, obviously. How does it feel to be in Kona? Like, does it live up to the hype that everybody gives this race?
I mean, now I know what everyone talks about, like this spirit here and the hype, what you get. It really changes when you actually come here. Like at home, I was thinking, it's going to be nice and whatever. But as soon as you're here, like, and you see all the athletes, and I mean, Kona is a very special place. I've never been like close to somewhere like this. So it excites me a lot, and all I want to do is just to show another great race this year.
Yeah, no doubt that you will. And what do you think about the course? Have you been out here long enough to experience it a little bit? Sounds like.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I hope for some challenging conditions. I think they really suit me. I love the heat. I love humidity. So, I mean, maybe some wind wouldn't bother me as well. I mean, you need to have a strong head for this bike course. It's just straight, rolling straight. And I mean, the ocean swim, you can see clear water, a lot of fishes. I mean, I just did the swim today and I was thinking, okay, I didn't have much time to watch fishes, like to just follow feet. So I just to try and want to enjoy around the race. Then I think during the race, I won't enjoy it that much.
Yeah, I think when the swim's over on Saturday, you'll be like, wait, did I see any fish?
Yeah, that's actually I saw today. I saw so many fishes the day before, but no today.
Yeah, that's great. And you said that, the bike course, it's challenging to stay in it, right? To be focused, but also, do you feel like it's probably, with the caliber of the field, easy to race outside of yourself because the course is so difficult?
Yeah, I mean, what I think positioning gonna be very important as soon we get on the Queen K. They're gonna be, I think, a big group. I mean, I think so. And I mean, it's gonna change a lot, the dynamic, and it's always like in training, everything seems so much boring and longer than, because in racing, all your focus is what's happening around you. Focus on yourself, and 100K goes over like this.
You said you like the heat and humidity, and if anybody looked at your results and saw your 2 wins last year, or 2 of your wins last year were 70.3 Cozumel, and Ironman Cozumel, does not get any hotter than that. Did it feel hot to you, or you really thrive in that condition?
To be honest, I race in hotter conditions than I experienced the days since I'm here. So yes, I won 70.3 in Cozumel and the conditions were unreal. It was very hot. At the Ironman in Cozumel, I finished second. It was my first one. I just wanted to finish this race. I didn't take it like too hard. And what was the hardest race I ever did in these conditions was for sure Singapore T100.
Yeah.
Where I surprised myself with second place as well. So, I mean, everyone gets slower. I mean, also myself when it's getting very hot. But I just love it, like, and my body loves it. But I don't like the cold. So
there you go.
I don't like it.
Well, you don't like the cold, but you did pretty well in Lake Placid.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, maybe it was more the rain and it was challenging conditions because of that. But I was very happy with myself, especially standing there in the penalty tent. I got very cold. I was shivering.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got on the bike again, I feel great again. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I commentated that race, so I was able to watch your performance there. And the thing that stood out to me most, besides obviously your great race and how close you were to Solveig in the end, was your attitude. And it seemed like when people ask me about how you'll do here, I'm like, well, if she taps into that attitude, like at one point you got a penalty, and 3 minutes after you were given the card for the penalty, I see you waving at people that are on the side of the road cheering for you, right? So like clearly you're like, okay, that's gone, and positivity and enjoying yourself is important. How much of a tool is that for you?
I think this is what I just learned the last year, because my last year, the Olympic year for Paris, I was not that happy athlete anymore, what I used to be. And I just try to find like so much joy again. And I need to say I really enjoyed it. Even in Lake Placid with the penalty. In this moment I got it. I knew it was not really my fault. But for me, I didn't want to waste any energy to just discuss about it. So for me, it was just like, I feel great. So I just try to make still the best out from it. And I mean, it was pouring rain and people stand out there and cheering for us. It was just amazing to see this. So I think they just need to get like a thanks to just be out there for us, because it helped me a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
And same thing out here on Saturday, right? Imagine, I don't know what's worse, being out in the cold and Placid or standing on the lava fields for that many hours, right? The volunteers.
Yeah. So, I mean, everyone is out there cheering. I just give us a big thanks. It's just not normal to be there for us all day. Yeah.
That's great. I imagine you've got to be pretty, as you said, and I misspoke, Ann Reichman did win Cozumel last year, right? And but still amazing first go out. And you've backed that up with a couple more podiums as well. Did you think when you went to Cozumel and did that race that you'd be coming in here as someone that we're talking about for the World Championship to have a great race?
To be honest, no. I just was thinking I just want to go there and do this race. And I didn't even had a great winter of training, I need to say. So that's why I'm so happy with this season. I had a door muscle in my squat in February, so I couldn't even run for 4 weeks. So maybe it was a good break. I don't know, just So coming here now and people actually talk about me and I don't know, see me probably one of can maybe finish somewhere in the top positions. Makes me very proud of myself that I just made it so far this year. Yeah,
yeah, and it seems like you have the kind of racing that you never give up, right? Like you're obviously in the front of the race a lot of times. You were in Placid, but you could see like in Zell especially, it seemed like you were so excited about that race and the fact that you were able to be in the position that you were at the end and smiling the whole time, but obviously not giving up.
No, for me, I always have something in my head where I want to be, and I don't really give up until where I am, where I want to be. So, and I know I can hurt myself on the bike, and I can recover from that, when I go in my pace a little bit for a certain time. So, I mean, it played out so far that I just override myself sometimes and recovered. So I just hope this keep on. And I think to be just in the top of the field, you cannot always just watch your power or whatever. You just need to go with the field and just look what's happening around. Yeah.
Yeah. A little birdie told me, my nephew, that you in your last few races are like, I'm doing power numbers I'm not doing in training. Like you just go with it, right?
Yeah, that's actually true. I mean, I make some 20-30 minutes effort in the training. I really didn't do I did what I can do actually then in the race day. So that's why I just on race day, I mean, I check what I'm doing, but I'm not really checking my power. I just want to feel great, and I know how my leg should feel that I can keep going. Yeah.
You're considering all that, and now talking a little bit more about your ability in the heat. I know I have no expectations, but when people talk about, oh, who maybe are we not talking about that could be on the podium, I talk about you because I think you have all those tools to be able to rise up at the end of the day. What do you expect or hope from yourself here on Saturday?
I just want a great day for myself. I just want to be feeling good all day. And I mean, I'm hoping for myself. I mean, of course, I made some goals for myself. If I'm in the top 10, I'm still happy. I think I'm capable to finish in the top 5. But I think if it really goes how it can go, or if I have a great day, I mean, I ran the energy lab a certain time now, and I think a lot of things can happen there if the sun is very strong that day. Yeah, so I know, I let everything open, so maybe it's even enough for a podium that day.
Yeah, I think there's no reason not to think you're capable of that. For someone that hadn't been to Kona before, does the energy lab live up to the mystique about how hard it's crazy in there?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the main race last year, and I just was crazy what happened there. People ran from 13th position to a podium. So, and I know what's going on there. I mean, it's very hot, very windy, and it's very hilly. I mean, there's also a climb to go back. So, no shade at all. I mean, on the whole run course, there's no shade. And yeah, this is for sure something different, this energy lab, yeah.
Awesome. And obviously, you have specific goals for race day for World Championship, but how much does the Pro Series kind of factor into that for you? Because you're obviously doing quite well.
Yeah, I'm like in third position right now, but I mean, it's a very close third position. And I mean, first and second is a little bit in front with like Kate and Lofted Survey. So, I mean, for me, the Pro Series is very important. So that's why I don't, a little risk, but I don't want to risk too much because, I mean, it can destroy my Pro Series if I completely blow up out there. So I just want a very solid day and just defend my third place there in the Pro Series.
Yeah.
Or let's see what happened. Yeah, so yeah, it's a big part of my year this year, this Pro Series.
Yeah, it's kind of it's fun to see in its second year how much it's I think it's distracting in some ways, which in a good way, but it's also allows athletes to really have focus at the same time. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, you mean the whole year? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I didn't even know that I do the Pro Series in the beginning of the year because 3 Ironman sounds brutal for me, and it still does.
Yeah.
Because I know what the Ironman always like takes out of me after the race and how long I need to recover from it. But after Texas, I mean, with the third place, and I saw like where I am, I just say I give it a try, and it's for sure makes the year difference because you can really give a focus to one race. There are a lot of important races. Yeah. Of course, there are the most points here now, but I think to have a good position in the end, you need to have 5 really solid races.
Yeah, and you're certainly on the road to that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, doing pretty good. Well, appreciate you chatting with us, and I'm excited to see what you're capable of on Saturday. I, again, have some expectations, but I'm most excited to see how much you're going to be smiling and having.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you. Great chats with both Taylor Knibb and Lisa Perterer, 2 athletes certainly with expectations that maybe have been put on them, and I'm sure that they have for themselves coming into race day, but 2 athletes that still are very focused on having a good time, and the good time is going to produce a great result. So super grateful for them sitting down chatting with us. I'm going to have a lot more content coming at you from Kailua Kona here at the IRONMAN Insider podcast presented by Morton. So keep an eye on this space. Again, I'm your host, Matt Lieto. Thanks so much for tuning in.